I'm Joe Woodhouse and this is Family Wealth 101. The NHS has been in the news quite a lot recently and not always for the right reasons. But do you actually qualify if you're an expat? Stick around to find out. Okay, first things first, I just want to clarify, this is not me moaning about the NHS or slagging them off. I think they do an amazing job, and it's not until you actually leave the UK that you realise just how special the NHS actually is. That and Royal Mail, but that's a different story for another day. As many of you already know, I live in Abu Dhabi in the UAE, and my wife gave birth to our twin boys in June of this year. Now, don't get me wrong, the doctors and the nurses at the Corniche hospital, especially in NICU, where my two sons spent the first 2 weeks of their life, were absolutely amazing, and I will be forever grateful for what they did for us. But both of my sons have got quite a rare medical issue, and since being discharged from the Corniche hospital, because it's only a birthing hospital, the care that we've got privately has been less than satisfactory. Even to the point of getting regular medication on time and in date has been more difficult than anyone back home could ever imagine. And it's only when things like this happen that you realise we've got it right back home. Anyway, this brings me on to my second point. As an expat, are you covered by the NHS? What if on a family trip home you fell ill? Or what if you got a serious illness and you wanted to be treated in the UK? The short answer is no. It's irrelevant what assets you've got there, how many years you lived there before, how many years national insurance you've paid, or even if you're still paying your national insurance as an expat. It's still a no. However, there are a few exceptions, such as if you live in Europe and you receive some sort of state benefit or pension, but let's be honest, that's going to change soon. The NHS is only provided if you're ordinarily resident, and when you leave the UK, you're supposed to notify your GP so he can remove you from the NHS register. Now look, I know there's going to be a load of people watching this video that think they're above that think, it'll be alright, I'll just not tell them. Or my GP still thinks I live there, or I'll just not pay. Good luck with that, but here are the facts. I know so many stories of varying degrees, and I personally know expats that have been charged by the NHS. Now, I don't know how the conversations went, I don't know what they told the doctors, but what I do know is they got charged a lot. In fact, you'll pay 150% of the cost when using NHS facilities as a non-UK resident. Cost of a normal birth, £2,200 or £3,300 as an expat. Well, for me it'd have been much more because they were twins, and for the first 2 weeks of their life they had 24-hour care in NICU. A hip replacement, £7,700, or again, if you're a non-UK resident, £11,600. So the message and warning of this video is make sure that either your personal health insurance or your employer provided health insurance covers you internationally. Otherwise, you may have to take out your own policy for when you're travelling. Or you could be in for a nasty shock if you're in the UK and you fell ill. Thanks for listening, I hope to benefit. Have you been in a similar sort of situation? Do you know someone that's been charged by the NHS? I'd be keen to hear your thoughts, just comment in the box below. I'm Joe Woodhouse and this is Family Wealth 101. Don't forget to follow the page for all the latest and greatest content such as this. Bye for now.